How you doing tonight? Well, he's got some more. And this has to do with our children and the future of schooling. See, as I've told you, at that 14 to 18 age, that is our moldable years for our children. And if they get in the habit of hanging out on the couch and playing video games and chasing around with their friends, it's hard for them to go to the real world. But however, if we take our children from kindergarten and we start questioning them, watching them, evaluating them, by age 14, they have a pretty good idea of what they want to be in when they grow up. And then they should be able to do that. And here's how he wants us to do it. At age 14, they will get recruited by the field in which they wanted to be in. If they wanted to be a fireman, they'll get recruited. If they wanted to be a astronaut, Starfleet will recruit them. If they wanted to work at the factory that Dad works at, Han will recruit them, for example. Then this is just in my town. Or Heinz will recruit them. And then the next 4 years is a mixture of education and OJT, a real apprenticeship. Because one of the worst things that happens with our colleges is the apprenticeship. It sucks. These companies will vouch for it. These 4-year college students come out there, shit, they still got to start all over with them and teach them right from the beginning what they want out of them for that company. So if we teach them at the age of 14, by the time they're 18, they will truly be a valuable asset to that company or that recruiter. And so they'll also have to be the value of how many jobs there are available in those fields. Can't everybody work at Starfleet? Not in the beginning. But during those years, they'll get real apprenticeship education. And they'll be able to take great pride in what they've learned and who they are and how capable they are when they really hit the field at 18. And some of them will hit the field before that because there's not a lot of education that needs to go into what they do at Han, for example, or Heinz. It's more of running the lines and operating safely. And a lot of your OJT will be actually apprenticeship working a line, a safe line. And those that have done the apprenticeship program will get paid good. But most importantly, they'll be off on the right foot in life. Doesn't mean you can't change down the road, but you will have to start over with your apprenticeship. And that's going to happen, obviously. And having 2 or 3 apprenticeships under your belt, that's not a bad thing either. Some apprenticeships will be simple. Some will be really, really tough that you may not make it. And they'll have to tell you at the end, sorry, we can't use you. And that does not mean that you are a failure. It just means that you need to rethink where you want to go with life. Because you got to do a job in boot camp. And yeah, if you don't have the aptitude for that job, you show God, I'm not giving up. You find one that you do fit into. But see, here's the thing. We're going to pay teachers a whole lot more. Matter of fact, they're going to be getting like university salaries. And they're going to have a lot less kids in each classroom. And they're going to have supplies. And these teachers, they know they have the future of mankind in their hands. They're going to be watching. They're going to be encouraging. They're going to be pushing our children. So by the time they're 14, they know what they want to do. And they know they're capable of doing it. So, is that program going to work with the fall school next year? Probably not. But in 10 years it will. So, this is a program that's going to need to be developed over time. This is what we need for mankind to move forward at the pace it needs. Because in a lot of ways, we're kind of behind when it comes to space. Because after all, it's going to take 40 to 60 years to get a Stargate to a planet that we choose to start with. Vulcan, we're going to call it. And then we can start moving things and people over there. But we got another 30 years probably before we're even up on the bases and got the Stargate built. But that all is going to happen. We just have to get the future of that, which starts with our children, off on the best foot it can be. And that is what he meant when he told me that the young adult is 14 to 18. And if they choose they want to get married, start a family, and they're doing their apprenticeship, and they're off on their right feet, and they're in love, they should be allowed to do that. And anything before 14, they are still a child, and they still need to go through all the other child rules. And young adult, it's a probationary period. You know, they still haven't 100% proven themselves. All we're doing is giving them a chance to prove themselves. But we'll keep an eye on them. But there are many that are 15 and 16 years old that could be a better adult than some of these pieces of poo I see on the daily day in my day. They'll be more responsible, more productive, They'll be the future of mankind. Let's don't program them to sit on the couch and play video games till they're 18. Let's get them off on the right foot. St. Patrick, Christ II, second King, second Son, signing off.